Let's see. Hello. It's not too bad. All right. Here's what I need you to do. If you're not able to be with me in class for this, I need you to go ahead and open up your math notebook. Let's call this one Lesson 5. Lesson 5. Today we're going to talk about multiplication, some stuff that you've done before with 4th grade. We're just going to review it here and move it forward into 5th grade. Let's talk about a problem like 24 times 21. Okay? Now, with the area model, we'll do it first with area model, sometimes called window pane. You would start with a big rectangle, right? And then we would label it on the side. Let's say I'm going to put 24 up here. And I'm going to take down here, I'm going to break that into 20 plus 1. Now the reason I did that is that 20 is really easy to multiply by and 1 is really easy to multiply by. So I broke that into 20 plus 1, which is the same as 21. We're going to go ahead and multiply to find our bits. If you remember in the area model, we have to multiply to find the partial products. 1 times 24 is, well, that's 24, or 24 ones. Okay, and 20 times 24. Well, 20, we can also call that 2 tens, can't we? 2 tens times 24 is pretty easy. 24 times 2, that's going to be 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. That's 48. But we did 2 tens times 24. So this is going to be 48 tens, or 480, right? I'm going to back that up. Let's just call it 48 tens, which we all know is the same as 480. Now the next thing I would do is I would add them up. I'd have 24 ones plus 480. Oh, that's a horrible job of lining those up, Mr. Six. Let's try it again. Plus 480. And if I take my two partial products and I add them up, I get 4 and 0 is 4, 8 and 2 is 10, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So I get an answer of 504. And that was the area model. Now on your homework today, they ask you to do it with the area model, but also to do it with the standard algorithm. Standard algorithm, you should have started with working with that last year. If you didn't, standard algorithm is just a fancy algorithm. I'm pretty sure that's spelled wrong. I'm a math teacher, not a spelling teacher. You'll have to forgive me. All right. But the standard algorithm is just a fancy math word for the way your grandma learned to do it. This is the way, when I was a kid, was the only way we did it. This is the way that you're going to do it for most of your life, actually. But I want to show you how this area model actually is the same as the standard algorithm. Standard algorithm is just a little faster because we're going to do this multiplication and adding it all in one step. Okay? So for standard algorithm, we're going to set it up vertically, 24 times 21. Okay? First thing we're going to do is 1 times 24. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 24 is 24, right? Which is the same thing I got here, if you see that, right? 1 times 24 is 24 ones. Now we're done with that. Now we're going to multiply this times 4. Now what is that? A lot of you are thinking that's a 2, but is it really? It's a 2, but it's in the tens place, isn't it? Isn't that really a 20? So we're multiplying 20 times 24. So 2 tens, which is a 20, 2 tens times 4 is 8 tens. An 8 in the tens place. You see that? And 2 tens times 2 tens is going to be 4 hundredths. Hundreds, right? So that's going to give me the same partial product I got there. 2 tens times 24 ones is 48 tens. 2 tens times 24, 48 tens. And then, of course, that's going to add up to the same. 8, 9, 10, and 5. 504. On your homework, when it asks you to do area model and standard algorithm, this is what they're wanting you to do. And they're also asking you to draw arrows to connect, and this is what they're asking for. This is exactly what they're looking for on that homework, all right? Let's take a look at one more. Let's say they ask us to do 242 times 21 by area model and by standard algorithm, right? So over here on our area model, we need a rectangle to describe the area of. And I'm going to have 242, and I'm going to multiply that by 21. But I'm going to break that into 20 plus 1. Because 20 is easy to multiply, 1 is easy to multiply by, right? Then I'm going to go ahead and multiply by, find my partial products. 1 times 242, that's 242 ones, right? 20 times 242 is a little trickier, right? This is going to be 2 tens. This is 2 tens times 242. So this is going to be 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4, but it was 2 tens times 242, so it's going to be 484 tens, or 4,840. Okay? Then when I come over here for my partial products, I'm going to have 242, and I'm going to add to that 4,840 ones, which gives me 2 and 0 is 2. 4 tens plus 4 tens is 8 tens. 8 hundreds plus 2 hundreds is 10 hundredths. And then, 10 hundreds, which is 1,000. 4 thousandths plus 1 thousandths is 5,000. So I'm going to get a total product of 5,082. That's what it looks like on area model. But they're asking us to do this also in standard algorithm, old school. So 242 times 21. Well, first things first, just like over here, 1 times 242. 1 times 242, that's 242, isn't it? And we're done with that. Now, what are we, is this a 2? What is it I have a 2 of? This is 2 in the tens place. This is a 20, isn't it? This is 20 times 2. So 2 tens, or 20 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4 tenths, or 40. Right? Because this is a 0. 2 tens times 4 tens. That's going to give you 8 hundredths, because 10 times 10 is 100. And 2 tens times 2 hundredths is going to give you 4 but it's a tens times a hundreds. 10 times 100 is 1,000, so the 4 goes in the thousands place. And that's also going to add up to 2 ones, 8 tens, 10 hundredths, and 5 thousandths. And as you can see, my partial products are exactly the same. So multiplying this way is really the same as area model. We're just doing this addition as we go, right? It's actually the same. And once you get the hang of it, learning this model is worth taking the time, because this is the one you're going to use probably for the rest of your life. This is the way that adults and middle schoolers multiply. All right? Now there's one other thing on lesson 5. If you look, there are some questions down at the bottom that ask you for standard algorithm only. Algorithm. I really need to take the time to get better with this pen. Standard algorithm. Specifically, let's see, 314 times 22. Now, if they're asking you for standard algorithm, that means they don't need to see an area model. They're looking for old school right from the start. Standard algorithm is lining them up vertically and multiplying. All right, so 2 ones times 4 is 8 ones. 2 ones times 1 10 is 2 tens. 2 ones times 3 hundredths is 6 hundredths. And we're done with that one. Now, this is a, yes, exactly. This is a 20. This is a 2 in the tens place. So this is 2 tens times 4 is going to be 8 tens. 8 in the tens place. 2 tens times 1 10 is going to be 3 hundredths, because tens times tens is 100. 2 tens times 3 hundredths is going to be 6, but tens times hundreds is thousandths. So I got 6,000. Now I've got my 2 partial products. I'm going to go ahead and add them up, get my total product. 8, 0 ones and 8 ones is 8 ones. 8 tens plus 2 tens is 10 tens, right? 6 hundredths plus 3 hundredths is 7, 8, 9 hundredths, plus 1 is 10 hundredths. And 6 thousandths plus 1 thousandths is 7,000. Almost said 6 for some reason, okay? So my answer by standard algorithm is 7,008. All right? If you've got any questions, reach out to me and let me know. This is lesson 5 in your packet. I will see you soon. Thank you.